Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bio Classes. Today we will study energy flow in an ecosystem. So energy is the capacity to do work. For all biological activities, organisms require energy. The energy comes from the sun or solar energy. So solar energy is transformed to chemical energy by the process of photosynthesis in case of green plants. The consumers directly or indirectly depend upon the green plants for their food. Therefore, the energy flows from sun to plants and then to herbivores. Herbivores, those animals which eat the plants. Then carnivore order 1 and carnivore order 2. The flow of energy from autotrophs to heterotrophs is unidirectional. So the energy flow in an ecosystem can be defined as unidirectional flow of energy from the sun to plants and then to all heterotrophic organisms in a non-cyclic manner. So this is diagram of energy flow. This is solar energy. Comes to autotrophs, then autotrophs eaten by herbivores, herbivores eaten by carnivores. So energy from sun comes to autotrophs, then herbivores, then carnivores. Some amount of energy is reflected back, and that is some respiration is lost through respiration use, respiratory use, and not utilized. After decomposition, some energy is also lost, and it is also in herbivore level we will also found respiration use, not utilized, decomposition. In carnivore level we also found respiratory use, not utilized, and decomposition. So the energy flow through the ecosystem obeys two laws of thermodynamics. First law, the energy is neither created nor destroyed but transformed from one state to the other. Second law, the energy cannot be transferred 100% from one form to other. Some amount of energy is lost during transfer from one form to other. For example, electric energy is converted to light energy to illuminate an electric bulb. Is not converted 100% into light energy. A part of it is used for illumination of bulb and the rest is lost as heat energy produced by electric bulb. So, when electric bulb illuminates, some part of the energy produces light and some heat. It is estimated that only 1.5% of solar energy is used for photosynthesis of plants. The rest is either radiated back or lost as heat by evaporation. The total amount of chemical energy like carbohydrate, fat, protein, etc. produced by the green plants from solar energy is called gross primary productivity. Out of this, some amount of energy is used by green plants itself for its metabolic process. So, like respiration, repair, reproduction, etc., the balance that remains after metabolism is called net primary productivity. So, gross primary production minus energy used by green plants for metabolism is equal to net primary production. So, net primary production of energy is available to the herbivores and they use sizable amount of this energy for their own metabolism such as respiration, reproduction and repair. The balance that remains after metabolism is secondary production. So, net primary production minus energy used for metabolism by herbivores is equal to secondary production. So, this is the secondary production. Then comes the 10% rule for energy flow. Lindemann in 1942 suggested 10% rule for transfer of energy from one trophic level to the succeeding trophic level. Each food level is known as trophic level. The law states that the rate of transfer of energy from one trophic level to the next trophic level is of the order of 10%. For example, if an ecosystem, the net primary production is 100 kilocalorie, the secondary production at herbivore level would be 10 kilocalorie. At carnivore level 1, the energy available would be 1 kilocalorie, and carnivore order 2 level, the energy available would be 0.1 kilocalorie. Nearly 90% of energy is lost when it moves from one trophic level to the next. Therefore, the residual energy decreases drastically within 2-3 trophic levels. As a result, in an ecosystem can support only a limited number of trophic levels or food levels, nearly 3 to 5. So Charles Elton, after an extensive study of food chains in different ecosystems, observed that the maximum number of trophic levels rarely exceed 5 in any ecosystem, because during energy transfer from one trophic level to the other, a large amount of energy is lost to the environment in the form of heat energy. Hence, the amount of energy available with the carnivore order 2 is so little that there is no possibility of further transfer of energy beyond carnivore order 2 level or C2 level. From the above discussion, it is clear that maximum energy is available at the herbivore level and least energy is available at carnivore 2 order 2 level. Therefore, herbivores like elephant, rhinoceros and hippopotamus has a faster rate of growth than the carnivore like lion, tiger or dog. So, this is about our energy flow in an ecosystem. Thank you all.